Hi everyone, our first guest today is an incredible lady. She creates content in YouTube and also a very dear friend of mine. Please let's welcome Lolo Ezung. Hi Lolo.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you? I'm doing
good.
fine.
I'm glad you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm
You
doing
seem to-
absolutely fine.
You seem to be enjoying life to the fullest.
Yeah, it's better to live a life than to live it without living it, no? So
Yeah. So true. It has been a crazy year for every one of us. The quarantine, the lockdown. So I wonder how you're holding up with the pandemic and then with the quarantine. How are you holding up?
well, I think the pandemic year came as a blessing for me because through this extra time that I got to progress in my YouTube journey, also able to work out on the things that I was lacking. So this came as a blessing in disguise for me. Although I don't wish
Right.
the virus to be still there. Yeah.
I hope not. It has been such a crazy year for every one of us, and I'm sure it has been a crazy year for you too. But like you said, it's a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing in disguise. That's amazing to hear. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Lolo.
Okay, so my name is Lolo Ezung. People know me by the name Lolo Ezung, and I'm from Bokha Down, which is also known as Land of Plenty. I did my graduation from St. Joseph Chakama and did my master's in zoology from Bangalore University. Currently, I'm also pursuing my B.Ed degree through correspondence, and I'm doing full-time in YouTube, self-entrepreneur, and I'm also a member of International Human Rights Council, in our Wokha District Board.
Right. You just mentioned that you took zoology, right?
Yeah, I did.
Crazy. I am a botany student also. I took botany
Wow.
in my BSc from Science College. Crazy. And then
Yeah.
now look at you.
Life is
Look at
life
look
is
at you.
indeed.
From zoology to now a YouTuber. Oh my god. And then you are working in the international I don't know, you just
Human
mentioned
International Human Rights Council. So
Right.
basically, it is an intergovernmental bodies, and we work for promotions and protections of human rights across the globe. And we also work on the issues like human rights violation and make sure and give recommendations on them.
Wow. Honestly, that's amazing. You're taking up such a huge role and then just being a part of that international human rights organization, right? It's human rights, right?
Yes, human rights.
It's a great thing to see. I hope that something better will come out from there, to let the rights of the people be,
Yes.
expressed or something. So that's nice to hear that you're taking up something great, powerful, and inspiring at the same time, because this will inspire a lot of people, All right.
Thank you.
I want to talk about your inspiration behind your contents. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to create your contents for your channel?
I share a mix of everything that I feel passionate about in my channel. But if I were to mention some specific names, I would also love to mention some few influencers like Lizzie Chi, who is also a Chinese YouTuber, and she does this village lifestyle vlog, cooking, and many other activities, and showcase the Chinese culture. And another one would be Jen M, who is also a Korean American. She does this clothes encounters, tutorials, and lifestyle advice. And another one would be Chona Jindon, who is also a Swedish artist, filmmaker, and a musician. So my inspiration are from a lot of sources.
Right.
A lot of people have inspired me in many ways.
I think to have a lot of inspiration, that's great, because without an inspiration, you cannot bring what you're thinking, you cannot bring your vision to life, right? You have to first feel inspired, then you can vision of what you want to
Very
do,
much.
right? So I think having a lot of inspiration behind the works that you do is really great to see. And then, do you have any Naka inspirations who inspires you a lot?
I do have them. Like they are like we can, like before I started my channel, I also used to follow Tiapong Tsitir, also known as Yatra Kid, and I also watch Veronica Awangshi and like the Ken vlog, Young T, I like many other names I might not have mentioned right now, but yeah, there's a lot of inspirations from them as well. We have to like you said, we have to constantly look for inspiration, because sometimes it's about practice as well, but you know, observing people, we learn a lot.
So true, so true. And then I think that's one of the most amazing things in the world, because we cannot do everything ourselves. Now, we may have a vision in our mind, but then sometimes that vision is a little blur in our head. Now, we cannot execute it without looking at some samples or without looking at some examples. Like, we want to make our visions clear. Nah? So looking for inspiration always, searching for that one door is always needed. So that's amazing, and then I also want to talk to you about your YouTube journey. Can you tell us from the starting to how you are now? Like, when did you start your YouTube journey, and then why you started?
Okay, that's a very long question. Well, I have a lot to say on this. So I started my YouTube journey in the year 2019 of 24 October, and it's been a roller coaster throughout my journey. Like I said, of course, passion makes its way to destiny.
Correct.
And coming from a science background, I was very much confused initially, finding out my passion and my profession. So to find out this gap, I did posted home garden videos on my channel, and I think a lot of people liked and appreciate it. And the motivation, the support, and the encouragement that came gradually from my friends, families, relatives, and well-wishers made me so excited about this journey. And with your love and support, I have come this far, and I'm hoping that you will continue people will continue to keep supporting.
Right. Yeah, of course. I mean, you are doing amazing, honestly. I am so proud of you as a Lota. And then you're not just making the Lota community proud, but then you are making the whole of Nagaland proud, because who would say that, you know, we have a great YouTuber from Nagaland? Because, I mean, that's crazy, right? You have now 80 something subscribers, and that is a lot for a Naka, for a small local girl who stays in a small district, right? So that is a lot of subscribers for you. You are not just making our community proud, but you are making the whole of Nagaland proud, and you are inspiring a lot of people. I'm telling you, Lolo, so many people look up to you. I've seen my friends.
Thank you so much.
I've seen my friends, you know, texting me, calling me, and they will be like, "Do you know Lolo? Her contents are amazing." And then it's like when I hear
Oh my.
something like that from a friend of mine, I feel inspired too. Nah? So you're doing amazing.
Oh my God, I'm so flattered right now.
So I'm very happy.
Well, as you have, yeah, like as you have mentioned, it is very important to find the purpose God has for each one of us. We all have different talents and passions. So we need to find out what God has gifted us. And knowing that is
So
very
true.
powerful. Nagaland itself is a very interior place and interior part of India, and many of us still don't know about our culture and our rich tradition. Of course, there are festivals like Hornbill, which is worldwide, and many of the people come during the festival time. But when we go into the deep roots, many don't know about our real and authentic lifestyle. So one of my main motive about starting a channel was also to showcase and expose our lifestyle in general.
Right. That is so true. That is so true. I think there is a lot that we also need to learn as Naga and our culture also. And also we as youngsters growing up, who is going to lead the future. Lead the coming generation in the future. I think we now taking that step to show them what the world is. We're like basically showing them, like opening up our own eyes now, and then we want to create that way for them so that in the future they don't have to worry about what they want to do. Nah?
Yes, why just rely on the government for a job? It's not like we wouldn't look for government jobs. Obviously, we need to.
Lolo, we're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back. We're back with Lolo Ezung, and right now we're gonna talk a little bit about her growing up as a child and the secret behind her good contents. So, Lolo, how was you as a kid growing up? Were you a naughty kid? Were you a very innocent kid? Tell us about that, your life growing up.
Well, as a kid, I would say I was very obedient and I was very religiously active in my Sunday schools, and I didn't knew that I would be a YouTuber one day. So it was all of a sudden. Life is a journey, and it takes you, it unfolds you,
So true.
and you never know where you will end up. So I ended up being a YouTuber, and I'm very surprised of myself as well. Because even though I did actively participated, I was this shy and I was this very timid girl when I was a kid.
And then now you're here, a YouTuber, and from being that shy kid to now being on camera, such a huge transition, right? And then I think that takes a lot of guts and boldness to be like, hey, I'm shy, but now I want to be on a camera, talk to people, create something. So that's a very good transition that you had. And then also, I want to ask you something. Are you a workaholic person? Do you work a lot?
Of course, I do work a lot. Like when I'm not doing anything, I would constantly think of what I should do next. Like I'm always up to something. I think I am a workaholic.
Yeah. I think working a lot keeps us busy and also not lazy at the same time. But it's kind of stressful, right? Lola, very stressful.
Well, I don't think, I wouldn't say it's stressful. Sometimes, when you are very much, staying idle makes you stressed. You are constantly thinking of something else. Maybe negative emotions, negative things are running through your mind. But when you are constantly working on something or doing something that, you just let out all the negative emotions and you can just work on it. So I think working and keeping yourself busy is great.
Yeah. that means with you, working makes you less stressed.
Yeah.
But not working makes you a
Not
lot of stress because
overworking.
you tend to think about yeah. I think that happens to some people. Yeah, I think that is so true. Like, don't overwork yourself, and also don't just stay idly like that.
Yeah.
Great. In the previous, you were just talking about like going where the wind takes you.
Yes.
And I feel like the wind takes you in so many directions, but it has to be you who has to direct the wind, right? Because the wind is a wind. Nah? It can take you to a cliff, it can take you to a wall, it can take you anywhere. Nah? So it is up to us to direct the wind where the wind takes us, because we say that, oh,
Yes.
I'll go where the wind takes us, but where is the wind going to take you?
Yes.
Where is that wind going to take you? So you have to have a vision in mind first, and then go with the wind, direct the wind. And that's what exactly you're doing right now. You have already placed your vision in your head. You're like, I want to do this, I want to go here, and now the wind is taking you where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then we are all here. We are all here to be of service, and we are here for a purpose, and no one can take that purpose for you. I came back exactly how life has unfolded me, and I'm happy the way I am right now.
Yeah. Like, being happy is what everybody should be doing. Like, do what makes your soul and your body happy.
Yes.
Because if you're not happy, doing what you love, at the end of the day, it's not worth it. So being happy and doing what you love is going to keep you happy for the long run and for the rest of your life. So you are right. You also have a very beautiful house. I just want to say that. A very
Thank you so much.
Yeah, a very beautiful house, and crazy. You have a crazy life. And yeah, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll be right back.